Hey, everybody. Mike O'Keefe here. Multiple Idiots, episode 11 coming at you. Very fun guest today. I know I say that every week, but I really mean it this time. We got David Phillips in the studio, a guy I've known for many, many moons. He hosts two great roast shows here in the city of Chicago, and we had a very lovely chat about Iowa and his time as a tour guide. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, a very, very fantastic best man speech in this episode, so make sure you stick around for that. And make sure you rate and review us on iTunes and write a nice thing or write a mean thing and give us 5 stars. I just care about the stars and that you write a review, period. And I appreciate everyone who's done that so far. Check me out on all your social medias at The Mike O'Keefe. Check David Phillips out at David Phillips with only one L. But right now, let's go do the show. Here we fucking go. What if that was just the whole podcast, Dave? Just me going sup for the whole time?
Well, I think it'd probably been a big waste of my time to come on over. But
you came all the way up here.
I mean, I'm going to listen to it anyway when when it comes out.
Do you listen to when you're on a podcast as a guest? Do you listen to it?
No, not generally.
We're off to a fantastic. My guest today is a longtime buddy, a friend of comedy.
I love comedy. Comedy's my friend.
Who else are you friends with? Roasts. You're a friend of roasts. See,
there's Adam from across the street. He was my good friend when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Do you want last names too?
Let's go last name. Let's go first name, last name. Let's go social.
Okay.
Let's go next of kin. And if you can tell me their favorite NBA player from the 90s, I would.
Well, I'm just going to start from kindergarten and I'm working my way up.
Okay, please.
These are a list of my best friends.
Okay.
Adam. Brandon.
Okay. We're going alphabetical.
Yeah, no, it just starts out that way. Okay. This might have been something that is revealed to me as I list this.
Okay.
Cleveland. Donahue. And then
Eric,
yeah. That's Adam's brother. That's right.
it's weird. Okay.
Franklin.
My guess is David the phone
book.
What
if I just did this the entire podcast? That's what I would do. Yeah. I would come up with my own podcast long bit to combat yours.
And it would be the most unlistenable hour of audio ever recorded.
Well, my album is coming out soon.
I can't wait for it. What's it going to be called? What's your album going to be called?
Who would have ever thought this would happen?
It's called Pointless Gestures.
Pointless, empty gestures before I move on with my life by David Phillips.
It's called One Person Talking to 6 People by David Phillips. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Good day. There's this light snow falling.
Light snow here in Shishashio, healing ice.
Chi-town, windy city, Chicago.
We're coming off a sweet wrestling hang as we record this. It's November 19th. Yesterday was Survivor Series. We watched the show together, and we bidded adieu to a man named Aaron Kirby, who will never be on the show because he has sworn off microphones. He will never talk into microphones again. He hates them. But it was a nice time. It was nice seeing you, and that is our show. Thank you for coming down here.
This is a good recap of that hang.
Yeah, it really was. So we both comedians, both in the wrestling comedy weird kind of congealing of those two things. Would you say that?
Yeah, I'd say so. There's like a good Venn diagram overlap of rowdy boys who probably have like ego issues.
Yeah.
Who kind of project that onto the fantastical spectacle that is pro wrestling.
And like I think we both wish, at least I do that I was still in some semblance of fantastic shape. And instead of doing that, instead of putting in the work, I just yell at a handsome 21-year-old man.
They're so young these days.
They're so young.
Yeah.
I'm
starting to feel
children.
like the gross booster at a college football game. Maybe
Yeah, 100%. I do feel like I'm like they're my when we go to AEW, I feel like they're my kids, and I should be selling raffle tickets. I should take a shift behind the concession stand.
Is there a future in that these days where it's just like maybe if it's wrestling, it's more popular? Just like I saw this 12-year-old do a shooting star splash the other day.
Oh, like how it is in basketball now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would love that.
I got to go give him my card.
Just go to backyard trampoline to backyard trampoline.
Smoke a cigar.
Yeah. You really got it, Declan. You really got it. Fucking Aiden, that you did a 630 and you broke your neck, but as soon as that heals up.
I saw those two kids over there were fighting, and you went over there and you made peace with them. You are now the peacemaker.
I guess it's David Phillips. It's great to be here. So you, in addition to being a wrestling guy, you are a part of two different roast shows in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Both beef and burnt?
Burnt and beef. Neither show I started, nor did I name them.
Yeah.
But I just am on.
Settle it right here now. Which show has a better name?
I think not to start any
not to start a feud
take
with
any
yourself.
Shots. Not to take any shots here. I mean,
yep.
I think beef is kind of like
yeah.
It's kind of fun because we're listening to it on headphones right now.
Yeah.
A little behind the scenes, we got headphones on.
Oh yeah.
This is not one of those podcasts where the guy who does it just has one headphones.
Do you want to set the scene? Do you want to describe where we're at right now?
Well, Mike's wearing headphones and I'm wearing headphones and
sitting across a big
old. This is a nice table.
It's like I would say like a Batman-esque table. This is episode 11. I've never really described what we have in the room.
Batman recorded a podcast.
If Batman had a podcast.
Yeah. Do you think nowadays Batman would put a podcast studio in the Batcave? Oh my
God. Batman would have Batman would grow up to be Scott Aukerman.
This is the Batman Network.
The Batman Podcast Network.
Well, anyway, back to the point here.
And you know who'd have the best show?
Who would that be?
It would be me, Bane. It would be me. It's me, Bane. Hey, how's it going?
You know how good that Bane impression was? This is how good it was.
It's the worst it's ever been.
This is how good it was. I thought you were doing Alfred for a second.
Alfred, the guy who doesn't have... he does have lines.
I live in the darkness because Master Wayne's light bulbs come first. It's broom closet.
You merely adopted the dark, and then I adopted you. Your parents are dead, and I'm your legal guardian now.
Your name's Booger. You're the bat dog.
Master Wayne? Here's the best part. Do you think when Batman was Bruce Wayne that Alfred drove all those girls back to the city after he had sex with them? What do you think they talked about?
I have to imagine it's a pretty awkward conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Batman really ever did. I know he had sex with the gal in the movie.
Yeah.
Who turned on him, broke his bad heart.
Marianne Cotillard.
She's great.
I bought a football game for her.
This is the most sophisticated boyfriend thing I've ever done.
Yeah?
In college, this girl I was seeing really wanted to go see La Vie en Rose, I think that was called. The one where she's...
yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, this movie's lame. I want to hang out with my buds and drink beers, talk football, right?
You're at the end of the day, you are
That's
a guy's
what my
guy,
brain
for sure.
was thinking.
Yeah.
And then we went to the movie.
Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of a long movie. She fell asleep during the movie.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, this movie is fantastic.
And then you guys broke up because
And then we broke up afterwards.
Of course you did. Listen, you brought me to this lovely French film about, what's it about again? Intrigue?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to, again, point out how I did something by agreeing to do something she wanted to do that turned out to be great, but she was tired.
That happens a lot in relationships. Oh, my God. Every single time Mal's wanted to watch anything, save for A Star is Born, that is her favorite movie of all time.
Still haven't seen it. No spoilers, please.
I won't.
Is The Star born, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, the whole movie's a spoiler because the titular star is like a grown-up when it starts.
Okay.
She was born like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But save for that, every time we go to the movies or like rent a movie at home, falls asleep almost every time. Like,
yeah,
I get it though.
These places are so comfy now.
They got they got recliner seats. They got sodas. Anything you want.
Plenty of sodas.
Plenty of sodas.
When I was a kid, you go to the movie, you got 3 sodas to choose from. You got purple, orange, and the brown. The brown. It's not Coke. It's not Pepsi. It's not
brown.
Dr. Pepper. I'll say that.
It's definitely listen. Dr.
brown.
Pepper. That's your creme de la creme soda, in my opinion.
I had a Dr. Pepper. I had a Dr. Pepper yesterday when we were watching.
You did.
I did.
Full circle.
I think
was the most boring full circle in the history of. But you grew up in Iowa.
Yes, I did.
Right out in your town, half cult.
Well, I mean, that's one way of putting it. But again, my family wasn't in the cult, Mike.
Okay. What if your family was half cult? I don't think that's how cults work.
No, I think, well, my family already fought enough as it was. I don't think we need to introduce a cult element into the whole deal.
That would be so bad if you're fighting and then you're like, oh, but they needed to have those weapons in Waco.
Who moved my crystals?
Oh, Jesus, McVeigh.
I mean, I'm probably, my hometown's a very odd place.
Yeah.
It's a small rural Iowa town, about 9,000 people-ish. 9,000.
Yeah.
Kind of hovers around there.
Yeah.
Also home to a transcendental meditation college.
So not even like a scary thing.
It's more of like a pyramid scheme.
Oh,
cult.
I see.
But there are definitely some manipulative elements to it.
Well, no one, I think any sort of like institution like that, it can't be 100% on the up and up. You know?
Well, it is very odd. They took over a small liberal arts college that was...
Wait, they took over?
Well, that went bankrupt.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like a hostile takeover.
No,
they didn't pirate their way.
Well, that's
on
what happens when colleges go public, you know? All of a sudden, the board members start changing, and you got a whole different leadership.
Oh, yeah. You got some bad eggs in there, and those eggs are meditating.
Wait, eggs go bad?
Bad. Yeah, right?
No, I don't know, right?
Do eggs go bad?
They definitely go bad.
Aaron, the producer... Googled it. He says eggs do go bad.
I got to get rid of some eggs when I get home. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Throw them at a child, but a mean child. Don't be throwing these eggs at good kids, Phillips.
No. I don't think I've ever thrown an egg at any child.
You never threw eggs when you were a young man?
No, I would have felt bad.
Town? You would have felt bad?
Yeah.
You would have felt bad at the victim of the throwing?
You know, one time I did, though. You ever play that game where you toss the water balloon back and forth?
Yes.
Okay, so another one of my friends, we're to Jay now, Justin. And
skipped a couple letters, but that's okay.
Well, you know.
You never claimed to be the most popular guy in the world.
Yeah, no. No one would ever observe me as the most popular guy.
No one would ever see you and be like, that man has at least 26 friends.
Popular fella invited to Justin's party. He must be somebody.
Who's that ball of shining Iowa charisma?
Smokes his cigar. Yeah. I've been scouting popular kids all over the states.
You got the trampoline at your house.
No, we're doing the toss the water balloon game.
Yeah.
And, you take a step back, you toss it.
Yeah.
I thought he kind of potato faced, he tossed it a little hard at it.
He went into business for himself.
He went into business for himself. And,
overhand.
And so I responded.
Overhand?
I can't remember, but it had a little heat on it.
Oh, man. Yeah. Did you put the one down? Because if you put the one down, then that's on you. Okay.
I thought his dad was stealing signals.
You saw his dad pull on his ear, and I was like, I got to put the stop to this.
So I did. I responded the only mature way I knew how, which was to immediately go into business for myself by just smoking him with that water balloon.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
of course you did. And what was Justin's reaction? Was it poor?
He was like, I think his dad got mad, if I remember correctly. He kind of like goes, that's not the way you're supposed to play this game. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, fuck off, Dad. We're having fun.
Yeah.
It's a birthday party.
Yeah, my friend's dad. Fuck off, buddy. Not my dad. I'll tell you to fuck off all day long.
Yeah. My dad, respect. Nothing but respect.
My dad comes by and tells me to knock it up. I'm like, yes, Papa.
Yes. Yes, please, Papa. Thank you, Papa.
Give me a kiss, Papa.
You ever kiss your dad on the lips?
My dad did kiss me one time.
Yes.
Well, probably more than that, but I remember once.
Like, there's one embarrassing one.
Well, I think one time, he kind of gave me a kiss goodnight. I was like, surprised.
Oh,
I think my dad might have been a little drunk.
On the lips?
Or on the lips. My dad wasn't like the most affectionate guy in the world, and so you get a kiss from your emotionally withholding father, you remember it,
Yeah.
It's kind of like when your boyfriend takes you to that movie you want to go see. That was my wet, sloppy dog dad kiss.
There was that other time your dad went in to kiss you on the lips goodnight, and then he just fell asleep right on your face. It was no good.
Yeah. Well, he was busting his hump, put a roof over our head.
Doing what he needed to do.
Who am I to wake him up?
With a kiss.
The contours of my lips provide a perfect cradle for his sleepy head.
So supple, your lips.
Made my brother jealous, I'll tell you that right now.
your brother. Why would your brother be jealous of that?
Because my dad fell asleep kissing me.
Oh, and you didn't want to.
Look at that. You don't have a...
I'm an only child.
Okay, you don't understand.
I don't understand.
I don't even know why I brought it up. You don't understand.
What? Well, explain it to me, though. What's you when you're brothers and you have a brother? Is that
that is the definition of being brothers? Yeah.
When your parents,
when you're just two brothers, brother and about.
When you're two brothers, you're brothers. One of you is a brother, and the other one of you, guess what? Also a brother. Do you get like jealous over which one of your parents over your parents?
Are you asking me if we ever had sibling rivalries?
I guess.
Yeah. No,
over dad smooches?
No, not so much dad smooches. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty clear why he was kissing me and not him, but I got my mom's kissable lips.
Oh my, you really did.
Yeah.
You really did. And your mom, sweet lady. Never met her, but seems great.
Nice gal.
Your brother
but me and my brother were very competitive. He's only 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
And probably smarter.
Okay. Why do you say probably?
Because I'm older and I feel like I should be, but that's just getting back to the ego thing. I think that's something I'll never be like, well, I'm older.
Yeah.
Of course, I know I've been around 2 years longer.
Oh,
I'm also taller.
Those are...
So those two things in combination.
Yeah. It does. I think if you're taller, it doesn't even matter if you're smarter. You just win.
Yeah, I know he hated it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. If you're taller, you just get to be like, oh, I'm taller.
Yeah.
I do that to my girlfriend every day. I just go, hey, yeah.
Are you taller than Mel?
Barely.
I don't know if I picture it in my head.
I got a good 18 centimeters on her.
I do always hate it when I just assume someone is my height or shorter.
Yeah.
And then they go, well, I'm taller than you. I'm like, nice. And then they are. I'm like, oh, geez.
Our friend John Idy, I thought forever we were the same height.
No,
and
he's
then
way
it's just
taller.
and I'm like, oh, yeah, you're like 6'2", and I'm a piece of shit. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. How tall are you? You taller than me?
My license says 5'9", but I'm definitely 5'6.5". Do you know you can lie on your weight?
Yeah, they just ask you.
They just ask you.
Why would you lie though?
Oh, why wouldn't you lie?
Well,
you kidding me?
I'm not real sensitive about my weight, to be honest. So maybe that's why you would lie. But
I just always lie. Oh, with shit like that, I always lie. You know why? Because if I ever do a crime, they're not going to be looking for me. They're going to be looking for someone who's 5'9", 205. Come on.
Oh, okay. So you go lower.
I go lower.
I would bulk up.
You'd bulk up.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever weighed more than like a $170. So
really,
I don't even think.
What's that like?
I don't know.
Sounds great.
My knees feel pretty good most days. And
I got bad.
Actually, I don't know. I'm getting bad knees.
It's
another thing I got from my father.
Oh, you got kisses and bad knees.
Kisses and bad joints.
Oof. Oof. Do you think part of you feeling more experienced than your brother, even though you're only 2 years older, is due to your time spent on the Chicago trolleys?
Yes.
Yes.
Not really, but sure. I mean, as far as segways go, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider doing a Chicago Segway tour, either as a guide?
No, actually, no.
Why? Is there something there?
No. Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I was background. I was a tour guide in Chicago for a number of years after first moving here.
Would you consider those the best years of your life?
I had 2 good years during that time. Of that 5-year span, 2 were pretty great.
Tell you what, if you're batting 400,
yeah,
welcome to the Hall of Fame, buddy.
Those were contract years,
Oh, of course, yeah.
And but you'd always just see the people on segways, and they make them. It just reminded me of just
sad.
I did the buses. I was a bus guy, and so I always kind of took pride in that. It was at the end of the day, it was just kind of my show, and I could kind of just say whatever I wanted as long as I provided people a good time. I didn't have to be kind of like college campus tour guide.
Of course.
So all those people always seemed like they're always, you get the little helmets on and they're doing little spins and dad doesn't know how to drive it. And, the kids are.
For a town, I think Chicago really prides itself on being like a dirty, dingy, like dangerous town. And it always seemed like those segways were the opposite of that.
Well, my keychain says Chicago. I'm a dirty whore.
That is the new city motto. And that was the last thing Rahm did in office. And I think it's a good call.
Whenever he has a press conference, like, what's up, sluts? I'll take questions now.
Great to be in this room with another batch of bitches. What's up?
Yeah, you news bitches.
All right, we'll start the dick sucking with you.
Who wants to fuck me in the ass now? Is it you at the Sun-Times? Tribune? Chicago Reader? You want to stick it up my ass?
Yeah. What's up, Tony, with the wet mouth? How you doing, baby?
Got rid of that crossword. You ain't worth shit now, Chicago Reader.
Idiots. And then someone from the Red Eyes in the back, and they're just very nice.
That's a quality publication.
That's a quality publication. When I first moved to Chicago, my then girlfriend, now...
that was the first crossword I ever completed, by the way.
Really?
In
the Red Eye?
That was during that 2-year span where...
Yeah, where you had a lot of free time on your hands.
It's just blue skies and upward momentum in life.
A cross, Beetle, George. I wonder what this is. The girl I moved here with originally, the first time I moved here, worked for the Red Eye.
Oh.
And I went to their Christmas party, and I almost met DJ Jazzy Jeff. Pretty great story.
I've heard Mike drop a lot of names over the years that I've known him.
Yeah.
That's the first one you might want to pick back up.
Oh, yeah. I get he seemed like he was having a good time.
Was he performing at the Christmas party?
No, I think he was just in town, and he went to the office that day and was like, they were like, you want to come to the Christmas party? And he was like, it would be pretty hilarious if I went to that Christmas party. And then he did. Like, there's nothing.
I'm DJ Jazzy Jeff. Me in juxtaposition to pretty much anything is a delightful time.
It's like, I go anywhere, and it's basically hilarious.
Yeah.
Did anything now on these trolleys?
Yeah,
they'll have a bachelor party. They'll have a bachelorette party, and I think I've seen like weddings on the trolley before. Correct?
Yeah, that was the other side of it. Is I would drive those big party trolleys too. They're all owned by the same company, and at the daytime I would do like tours, and I would like talk to tourists, and at night I would drive around and
just drunk
do
maniacs,
party trolleys and bar crawls, and then like. A lot of bachelorette parties, actually.
How much did you hate that? And is there anything that you can tell me about that would make my process of picking a groomsman better or worse?
Well,
because that sounds fucking horrible.
I really didn't hang out with any. There's the big thing with like the dudes.
You're just driving, and they're
dudes
screaming.
were pretty simple. They came in kind of just like one flavor.
Yeah,
there was like one kind of group. There was. Everyone, when they get on these trolleys, is super jacked up. They got the adrenaline going.
So they're like, we have to have the best night of our lives.
Because you got to understand, these things are just big aluminum boxes, no seat belts, like cute little benches, and you can just drink on them. It's like a big open air flaps on the side. They're hollering at everybody, and of course, you just can drink.
And they have like giant coolers in there.
Yeah,
too.
They bring on massive amounts of alcohol. So from the time they step on the trolley to the time that you have to kick them off the trolley,
they are drinking
heavily.
And the last thing you want in that brain, because I've been on a couple of those parties.
Yes,
Mallory had one for her birthday a couple of years ago. The last thing you want to do on that trolley is bring home any of the booze.
No.
So it's like a race against the clock.
Well, that's at the end.
I'm drinking all of it. Yeah.
I'll get to that.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So guys, most of the time they're taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
They've got some agendas. They're on their phones. They're texting. We're going to this bar. We got a trolley. You want to meet up with they're out to just, live the life.
Plow.
And then there's always a guy on there who starts the night thinking that's what's going to happen. And then it's not really working out. And he's just guys going to the bar I drop him off at. He's just going to hang back at the trolley.
Oh, boy.
He's just going to drink on the trolley.
Really? How often does that happen?
Sad guys would hang back.
Oh, no.
A number of times. That was the only real problem I had with guys.
Oh, my Lord. That sounds like the worst.
This gentleman was just teetering in the aisle, and he kept almost falling into the trolley door.
Oh, my God.
And that was kind of my big thing. Is like, if you don't take care of this guy, get him to sit down.
He's going to fall off a moving fucking bus.
Yeah, I'm going to stop and kick him off.
Yeah. Did you ever how many people did you kick off?
I never had to kick off anyone. One time a girl left voluntarily.
Really? Why'd you leave voluntarily?
Because she was mad at her friend.
Oh, Stephanie.
The only problem was we were on the side of Lakeshore Drive.
That's not where you want to get off.
No, it's not.
That is the last place you want to get off.
They were getting into a big, it's a whole deal. And she kept yelling at me.
Oh my God.
To pull over. So I pulled off the side.
On the shoulder?
Like on the exit, like the Belmonts. Like just pushed off the side.
Okay.
And their time was almost up, so I was about done with them.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
She just she got out and like, this is where you live? She's like, yeah, what? She was never giving me a straight answer. The friends are yelling at me. She's yelling at me. I'm like, well, there's the door.
Take off. Go for a jog or something.
I'm sure she's all right. I feel bad about it. I don't know what more I could have done.
I mean, at a certain point, you're just driving the bus, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what the thing is. I was the bus driver.
Yeah.
But I was also these people's friend sometimes.
Anyone ever open up to you?
Yes.
Ever go taxi cab confession?
Yeah, well, a lot of times you just try to talk those the sad drunk gentleman down a little bit.
Yeah. What was your like strategy for that?
Most of the time you just answer the same 5 questions they always ask you.
Does everyone hate me? Why does my dad hate me? Will your dad kiss me?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Anything ever crazy ever happen on these things?
Is how many people that
I get that pretty much every time.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Crazy? And I'm like, yeah. People puke sometimes.
Saw a boob once.
No. I never saw a boob. One time I was driving a bachelorette party, and they had a fun game of shouting to men as we drove by them they'd yell, "Show us your tits," which is fun.
That's very fun.
And then the guys,
that's very fun.
And the guys just see these, drunk gals, and they kind of go back and forth. It's a fun thing.
Yeah.
We stopped by a gentleman in a van.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Show us your tits," and it was like over and over. And then the guy pulled his dick out.
Whoa!
So I just from behind me, I'm just like in a light. I just hear laughter. Ah!
Then horrified. Man, that
was the main thing with bachelorette parties. Is just it's just kind of not so much real dicks, but they'd always have the dick props.
Oh, the dick. 10 years in comedy clubs, they
dick,
all have fucking
straws,
dick, whatever.
Some girls gave me a pair of dick glasses I wore.
Oh, nice.
One time.
They made you look like a private eye.
Yeah,
cool.
Then the big thing always was the dick glitter.
Dick glitter.
Because you take these things back. You take these trolleys back to base after like just a bar crawl or bachelorette. It's like an episode of Double Dare happened in there.
Yeah.
Because people would just leave alcohol, and I would just fly down the freeway back to park, and just all of it would roll and spill to the back.
Yeah.
And then they just like hose it down.
Also, you guys always had that big nose in the back of the bus, too. They'd have to get a flag out of it. I understand.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But the next day, when I would take them out for like regular like kid stuff, you'd walk through and you'd always find just little hidden pieces of dick glitter.
Accoutrement.
Yeah. Pretty much constantly.
There you go. What would you, like, if you have to go back to that job tomorrow, they say, Dave, you can either do a bunch of third graders or a bachelorette party. What do you do? What do you take?
Bachelorette party.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes the children so bad?
Well, kids are not bad. That's a babysitting job.
Yeah, that's a different gig. Yeah. That's a different
bachelorette
gig.
party, you sleep later.
Yeah.
You're just driving.
Yeah.
Make more money. If there's a mom on there, you're guaranteed to at least. I usually got my favorite part was just a mom just gave me a hundo one time.
Oh, there you go. And third graders, bad tippers?
Kids are typically bad tippers.
I think they're very. I don't think they don't know how to work for it.
Anytime a kid does give you money, it feels worse.
Oh yeah, because you're like, what are you giving this to me for? You should spend this on pop or whatever.
I always had like there's a school from St. Louis I did tours for a couple times, and they were just for some reason. They were very, they loved themselves some Donald Trump.
What? Why?
No, any number of reasons, right?
I'm just
saying there's differing voices out there, Mike. And they're little kids, and they love, and they're little kids from St. Louis.
I will say this, that Donald Trump campaign, tailor-made for yelling shit out.
Yeah.
And who loves yelling shit out more?
Well, he did make some great slime videos that really changed the course of the campaign.
Did he really?
I have to assume
he had to go on that Nickelodeon and be like, "Gay, and then they slime him." Oh
no, but look, no joke.
I do a good Trump too. It's really good.
No joke. They're like third graders.
Yeah,
and so they've just developed a sense of snark.
Oh yeah, they just found out about.
I would see myself in them and just start to hate them instantly. I would pick out the one that was most like me back then.
Yeah,
and I would just softcore bully this guy. I would get it right up to the line, and I'd try to pull back.
How do you bully a third grader?
I told everyone he was going to go bald when he got to high school.
Attaboy.
I'm like, yeah, you're in city council now, buddy, but student council.
City council?
Yeah.
What a good for him.
I'll tell you, this kid had alderman written all over him. No, I don't know. I would just... But they would know. They literally chanted "Build a wall."
Really?
A fun game I had with kids is I would get them to chant inane stuff.
Yeah, that is a great.
So I didn't have to actually do anything. I'd say, "Hey, there's some potholes," and they'd we'd dig that hole, you know. And we 4-door car, you know. Tuck pointers was fun.
What's tuck pointers?
That's when you repair bricks, old brick buildings. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
And you just probably imagine some tucking and some pointing.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
But then
pretty typical.
They got rolling with the chanting.
And
then they just started chanting "Build a wall."
Well, congratulations on those kids on their big victory a couple years ago. Well, if you were to be selected as a groomsman via this show, we haven't had anyone. I haven't said yes to anyone yet. This is episode 11 so far. 0 for 10. Not great numbers. But if we were, how would you plan my bachelor party? What would we do for my bachelor party? David Phillips from comedy.
I am
friend of comedy.
For this specifically for you.
Yes, for me.
I think
Mike O'Keefe.
It would probably have to be some sort of you got to have an outing.
Yeah.
You're not really a strip club guy.
No, I'm not. That's too long of a silence.
See, this is why I'm bad at it. All I can think of now is just think of something before he drops you from the fake thing.
I put the pressure on.
And the voice
the pressure on the guests to make the decisions. There's been bad answers. Bill Gavert's bad answer. Jimmy Flanagan said we're going to Bozeman, Montana. I say, fuck you, Flanagan.
Well, in the back of my head,
sorry,
I just heard a voice go, say go-karts. Go-karts.
Oh, go-karts is great. That's fantastic.
Well, I don't know what a good go-kart place is.
Listen, we both have phones.
I would feel lame if we got there and oh, yeah, we don't do go-kart stop at 3 on...
We're going to the all-night go-kart place.
I was at a bowling alley last week.
Yeah.
It's league night. And... it's kind of picking up.
Yeah.
And this kind of woman, her boyfriend, whatever, kind of come in from the cold outside.
Yeah.
And she's looking around all frazzled. She's like, yeah, I called ahead for a lane.
Oh, no.
It's my birthday.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, well, it's league night. No lanes. My God. No lanes, sorry. And he's like, but I called ahead. It's my birthday.
That's...
and he's like, well, sorry, it's our league night, you know?
I'm hearing this story third hand, and it's making me so uncomfortable because that's my biggest fear of all is having something planned and then going there, and it's just I closed 3 years ago. It's like, oh, fuck.
This is league night at Go-Kart Village.
Do you think there's go-kart leagues?
I would join a go-kart league.
I would do that in a second. Oh, my God. Oh,
you have to imagine
I can't do your show. I got to hang with my new go-kart friends. Woo.
If I were to spend money I don't have on the experience,
yeah,
this is what I would do.
And this is for any guests in the future. Money is no object.
Not an issue. Okay.
It's not an issue.
I'm going to mix this up. See what you think about this.
Okay. Golden go-karts.
I know you're not a gun guy.
Okay.
How do you feel about paintball guns?
I love them. I think they're a great alternative to real guns.
We all armor up.
Okay.
Get ourselves in some go-karts. We'll go-kart paintball battle.
Ooh, yeah. I love it. But here's the thing. Is it on a track or are we going in a parking lot?
Again, money, no issue?
Money's not an issue.
I say we buy an acre of land.
An acre?
Yeah.
Where at?
Maybe in Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa.
So now...
just a forested area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just have this sucker winding through the woods.
I love it.
Kind of like the off-road truck video game where there's jumps and stuff and little figure eights. You're always kind of coming and going at each other.
Sure. Yeah. Right? I don't know.
Well, anyway, I just want chaos.
Okay.
No right away, no wrong way.
Chaos will be the order of the day, my friend.
The only thing you can count on is the number of paintballs left in your clip.
For me, it's going to be 0. I'm unloading that fucker. And I'm going to shoot all you over 5'7" jerks.
And you got a little mini cooler in the car with you.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you're popping beer of your choice. It's your big day.
Oh, my God.
What are we drinking in the paintball car?
Probably still just PBR. I'm a very simple man.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy.
We're already up to around $150,000 on this excursion. if you guys can Venmo me afterwards.
Yeah, you got to settle up with all the other groomsmen.
Yeah, I would probably.
That's solid.
I would be solid. I mean, that's kind of a fancy. I would be the last guy to actually ask for the plan. I would just have. I'd be so stressed out planning it. I wouldn't even have any fun.
This is coming out after it's happening.
Most of them do.
Yeah. I just realized what I said. You're 100% right. I am currently.
I listened to it on the way over here, and this is not going at all how I thought it would.
I thought we'd do more of Rahm Emanuel calling reporters mean names. But I'm planning.
Listen, you cuck bitch, we're closing down the schools. These kids deserve a future. Now watch me dom this city beat reporter.
Watch me use my sawed-off finger to skull fuck your mom. I'm currently planning a surprise.
Alderman Gene Mom.
The West Loop's never seen a better alderman than Gene Mom. I'm currently planning a surprise birthday party for Mallory that takes place on Wednesday. She doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
And boy, have I only been thinking about that for 23 hours.
It's very nerve-wracking.
Holy shit.
What if it gets out?
What if it gets out? Then what if it gets out? It'll still happen if it gets out.
Yeah,
but
clearly.
I will rent a party bus to just be outside the party so I can drink in that alone.
Yeah.
That's what will happen if
Have you ever had a surprise birthday party thrown for you?
Never.
Have you never been surprised by a party?
Never. So here's a weird thing. I never had surprises as a kid. Like every single year.
That's the saddest thing I think I've ever.
Isn't it?
Here's the thing about me.
Yeah.
I've never been surprised.
But like my parents would always
what if I
tell
just reached
me,
under the table and goosey right now?
Oh, I would love it. That would surprise me. My parents so bad at Christmas and birthdays, they would make me plan my own party.
Well, if this goes perfectly, it'll make up for all of that.
100%.
And then
right?
you can start anew.
I will rise from the ashes like the phoenix. Surprise!
So you've got no point of reference, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it's on track to be well. It's themed after Mallory's favorite TV show, which is ER.
Okay.
We've ordered her, and that's a real thing. That's not a joke. That she watches it all the time, constantly. She's recently watched every episode. We got her an embroidered lab coat with a name on it.
Oh, that's nice.
It says Dr. Mallory B. Bradford. Her middle name isn't B, but that's what we got it to
Why
say. And yeah, it'll be good. There's I made a lot of Jell-O shots in syringes under the cover of secrecy over the last day and a half. So
can I suggest something?
Yeah. Yes, please.
You don't have to run with this. I think maybe before the surprise happens.
Yeah.
It's just the typical
injure her
execution of this is you go somewhere with her. Meanwhile, you're incommunicado, or you're in communication.
Yeah.
With the surprise team.
In cahoots.
They are staging the surprise while you're like, hey, let's go look at that tree you like down. Yeah. I saw a pretty cool rabbit down.
Mallory is, a lot of people don't know this. Mallory loves an arboretum. She loves any sort of tree
Mal,
garden.
I know you love fries. You want to go down to McDonald's, Mickey D's?
I heard they got them there.
They got a big fry sale.
Fry sale.
Things are happening. People are staging.
They're usually so expensive. They're priced to move. This time.
Well, whatever you do with that, that's your choice. That's your time, Mike. She gets the party later. You get the little sneaky.
I get the sneaky surprise.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, okay, so you come back from it.
Yeah.
Assuming you're coming back to a restaurant or your apartment or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be at a friend's house.
Either way.
Yeah.
Before you get to the door, you pull out stethoscope, put it on, and she'd be like, what the Mike, what's this all about?
Yeah.
Mike, what's this? And she's probably already suspecting something. It's her birthday after all.
Yeah.
But can you hear that?
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And then you put it to the door, like, do you hear something?
Yeah.
And then you open it up, and then you surprise.
That's awesome.
I think probably gives it away.
That's a great idea. Excuse me. That's a great idea. The other thing I was going to do is I was going to shoot one of her friends in the leg and have her fix him. I think that's a great idea.
It all starts off at a CVS Quick Care.
Yeah.
Where a routine checkup for a latent cough turns into an emergency trip to Cook County.
Yeah.
Where there is cake and penicillin.
The other thing I really want to do
is that Skull vodka in an IV bag.
Also, that's a thing that you can order, and we have ordered. Like you can get a fake IV,
just pop it right into your arm.
I don't know. I don't think you can attach it to a real needle.
I think you'd probably kill you.
I think it would be a bad idea if you mainlined Jameson's or fucking
at the
whatever.
Very worst. None of us are nurses or get a bad hematoma.
Please do not take this podcast as medical advice.
No.
Please do not. And Aaron, if you need me to do a disclaimer, I'll do it. If you want to cut it right now, Multiple Idiots is not responsible for any medical damage done after listening to this podcast.
They say it in the medical community, damage.
Damage, yes. Listen, if you...
Anything bothering you? What's, sinus pressure, of course.
You got some damage.
Terribly damaged.
I'm just damaged? Like emotionally? No, my arm. It's off my body.
I'm like a crinkled up soda can. Just pure damage.
Shout out to Dimebag Darrell of Damage Plan.
Dude, Damage Plan. That was the last band you're in? Dimebag? It was Damage Plan.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That's the second time that's come up on this podcast.
I bet you bought it up both times.
No, Bill Gavertz did. Bill Gavertz loves Dimebag Darrell. I think he just likes that there's a guy named Dimebag Darrell.
Yeah. Bill Gavertz.
Classic
I would never guessed for him for a Dimebag guy.
Bill likes to get down. He likes to rock. Speaking of rocking, what are some... This is the next question in the interview. What are your... When it comes to music, you, Dave Phillips, what are your no-nos and what are your yes pleases?
Or my please more?
Your please more.
We're talking like in a wedding context?
In a wedding the whole fucking thing's a wedding context.
Is that what's going on with this podcast?
That's what's going on with anything.
I thought this was just two goofballs screwing around.
Listen, it's got definite elements of the two goofballs screwing around podcast format.
Well, when I do listen back to this later and I just shake my head at most of my appearance.
It is so weird when you guest on somebody's thing. Anyway, what are you telling the DJ? Hey, I don't play that. What are you saying? Hey, what is that?
I would say for wedding, I like something that is not, it's just general party, right? Like something that brings people in.
We will be inviting my dad's former boss from the Army general party. He will be invited.
See, the weddings that I've been to, I kind of like my friend group mostly as just kind of like a weird male loners.
Yeah.
So while some people are
potential school shooters, of course. Yeah.
Well, some of those guys never get around to shooting up a school, and instead they spend their lives alone.
Yeah. Doing podcasts. Hello, how's it going?
So while some people are spending this like their 20s and 30s going to multiple weddings, like, I gotta go to another wedding.
Yeah.
And so for them, they like stuff that kind of breaks up the norm.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I kind of like the classics, like your chicken dances and your kind of group stuff.
Okay. There's been a lot of anti-group stuff. Yeah. But I honestly agree with you. Because there's a lot of old people at these weddings.
Yeah. Well,
I want them to get out there and do a little and it's fun, Well, get my grandma out there.
I guess the point I was trying to get to is that I've always been mostly on the periphery of the wedding.
Okay.
Like I'm the friend. Like I know 4 people here.
Yeah.
And so you're at the wedding. You're at the reception, and then for most of that early reception, you're watching them do their thing the whole wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reception is like, well, we got the father-daughter dance. We got the first. It's like the whole first hour is just you watching other people dance.
Like, if I wanted to do that, I would have stayed on my couch.
Third glass of champagne like an asshole. I want to get up and get out of my head.
Yeah. So what's your track to do that on?
I do like a good, I don't mind the Macarena.
Yeah.
Takes me back when I was a kid.
It's a people pleaser.
Oh, what's popular at weddings these days? I like a good live band. That would be my preference.
That's the way to go.
I mean, it's the most...
Unquestionably.
Again, if cost is not an issue, I like a live band.
Money's not an issue.
Yeah.
Money's never an issue.
I don't want somebody's nephew with a laptop and a PA.
I don't want that at all.
No.
What else? He hits the wrong button. We're listening to porn sounds. I don't want that for my lovely big day.
I think the last wedding I went to the famed Kevin Hogan wedding.
Oh yeah, the night of Michigan State's big Big Ten championship.
Oh, what a night it was!
What a night! Oh, sorry. Yeah,
that was probably, that picture. Kevin Hogan, Irish fella marrying a Jewish lass who was a mixed Irish Jewish wedding.
Yeah,
complete with the rituals of both their ancient cultures.
What was the Irish ritual?
I think it was in the Irish.
The Heritage Center.
Heritage Center. Oh, nice. Beautiful building.
That's a gorgeous venue.
It's a beautiful building.
Yeah.
There was some like old Gaelic scripture. That might have been the Jewish part. One never knows.
They're not dissimilar languages,
no.
to be honest with you.
Both kind of sound like witchcraft when you really break down the vowel sounds of their belief systems.
A lot of skulls. I like that. I like those answers because it's not what we usually have. I like the idea. Also, the periphery is where I want to be at most of these weddings.
Yeah. Well, you need a crew to roll with.
You need a crew. And I think the perfect amount of people for that crew is like six. If you find your 4 or 5 other outcasts, like 2 or 3 other couples, and you're all just like, how did we score this invite? How did this happen? That's your, that's a
That was
nice
the wedding I went
spot.
to in Petoskey, Michigan.
Ooh, I've been to Petoskey.
Beautiful spot.
It's a gorgeous spot. They got a stone named after it.
Well, my friend Brad, who I was in a band with in college.
Okay.
He is getting married. In fact, I missed Money in the Bank 2011 to go to Brad's wedding.
Oh, wow. Ooh, boy.
That was a big one.
Wrestling historians know that is that's a big one.
Wrestling historians like, he must really like his friend Brad.
Yeah. Brad must have been a very
Brad's
nice young
a good guy.
Yeah.
But no, this is like, I think the only destination wedding I've been to.
What a destination.
It is a drive.
It's a drive. Oh, for sure. My best friend got married in Traverse City, and it's like, that's a solid 6.
But that was a situation.
From Chicago.
Yeah. That was a situation where it's like me, my friend Larry, and like 2 other guys.
Yeah.
Scott, you were there? I think Scott was there.
Yeah, Scott.
A couple other folks. And then Brad, who I know. Yeah. And then every one of Brad's old high school friends from Rockford.
Okay.
Who are all going to be doctors.
Yeah.
Speaking of doctors again.
They're all,
So it was
super
like, it was us, the small contingent of stoner weirdo guys. And then I labeled them the rich bad kids from like a movie. Because I instantly didn't like any of them.
So just blonde and handsome, probably.
Well, I don't know if you do this. I sometimes just take one look at somebody and go like, I don't like you.
Oh my God. That's all I do.
And now you're my sworn enemy, no matter what reason or evidence is presented my way.
There's a guy, this is like a couple jobs ago, but there was a guy who worked at this office that I worked at. We worked at the same company, I guess is a way to say it as well. But I would see him every day, and I never talked to him. And I would just go, that fucking guy's a jerk. That guy stinks. And then I found out later that he was dating the woman who sat next to me.
Oh, no.
And she like heard me going, that guy's a fucking...
You shouldn't be grumbling that loudly.
It was a job where you could grumble. We worked at a grumble factory. Yeah.
That's the nice thing about my job currently is everyone's listening to podcasts and it's so quiet. Otherwise, if you just take them out for like a 10-minute span, you could just hear people silently cussing.
Yeah.
It's fucking shit.
I do love when everyone's listening to everyone's kind of doing their own thing and then somebody out of nowhere laughs. That gives me a lot of joy. Yeah. I really enjoy that.
So what happened with you and the coworker?
Nothing.
Oh.
I just found out I was bad-mouthing a person to myself that in front of a person that liked that person. Too many people.
She maybe thought about it. Like, no. He does kind of get on my nerves.
Yeah, he is kind of a piece of shit.
There's a guy in my bowling league like that, but I've complained pretty loudly about him.
Oh yeah, you've been very vocal about
between
Nate
games,
Burrows.
Mike. Between games, this guy's just chucking the ball down the lane like he's Thor and Ragnarok. It's both Thor.
How's he chucking it? Is he overhanding it? What are you talking about?
Well, let's not start there. That's not a bad play. His T-shirt, wearing the tight black T-shirt.
Oh,
he's one of these guys. He's an older gentleman, and you probably got a divorce under his belt.
You know what? You're talking older gentleman, tight black T-shirt inside the city limits of Chicago. either 4 divorces or never been married.
Just like that beard is just too groomed and
Ugh.
yeah.
Go back to Ragnarok.
I don't need any alpha greasers at this bowling alley beer league Tuesday night bowling league night.
Yeah, alpha greaser.
The pin machines fall apart half the time we're there.
I know exactly where you guys have this bowling league, and they fall.
Probably because you think you're shitty. Sandy Koufax pitching a 15-pounder down there.
Sandy Koufax was known as a very good bowler. He was fantastic.
I had a 15 handicap. That's probably
golf.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We've come to the part of the show that a lot of people say that they like a lot, and that is the part where you take up the reins as head of security. And there's going to be a lot of rowdy people.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of rowdy boys. There might be some rowdy girls. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the rowdiness.
It's a wedding. It's the one night a year where they are allowed to be rowdy without judgment.
It's like the Golden Globes, but someone gets married at it. So I'm gonna a little bit behind the curtain. Never mind. Protect the business. We're going to bring someone in.
Okay.
And they're going to interrupt the wedding. Just pretend the wedding's going on over there.
This is the main ceremony we're talking about.
This is the big show.
The main event.
This is the go-home spot.
The support acts have done their thing.
Yeah. Some guy up there is doing his business. I don't know who we're going to get married by. Probably, who could we afford at this point? Probably Greg the Hammer Valentine. He'll come out for a cup of coffee. He doesn't give a shit. You got Sergeant Slaughter up there. Whatever you need.
I do want you to get married by just like a puffy, red-faced former 80s wrestler.
So I know the guy who now manages Sabu.
Who now?
So Sabu,
we're not talking about his manager during his heyday.
No, I'm not talking about the guy from ECW with the whistle.
Oh no,
I'm talking about a guy who I did comedy.
Bill Alfonso.
I don't know Fonzie.
Yeah,
I don't even think he's with us still. I'm not sure. I don't know him. I know a guy who I did open mics with in Lansing in college.
Okay,
who was such a big fan of Sabu. Met him at an indie show, offered to drive him around.
All right.
Sabu didn't want to keep paying him out of his pocket for gas money, so Sabu allowed him to be his manager.
As a payment.
He
gets to come out to the ring with
Sabu. And he wears his regular clothes.
Does he get a whistle?
No, he gets a fez.
All right.
What he was wearing, and a fez. And not even a Middle Eastern guy.
He makes no money for these appearances.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know that he used to drive Sabu, and then Sabu was like, "You should just come to the ring with me," and that's how it works now. Yeah. Anyway,
what you doing after the matches? I'm just
what you doing? Anyway, here we go. Wedding happening. Here we go. Excuse me, what is happening here? What's going on? I don't like it. Why is everyone sweating in here? I don't like it.
Hey, I just need you to keep it down a little bit.
I'll keep you down. Keep you down.
Hold on a second. No, you will not keep me down.
I will keep you so far down into Chinatown.
Sir, here.
You don't sir me.
I will give you every single hard candy in my pocket for
How
you.
How many hard candies is that?
I got 7 hard candies.
Not enough. I don't shut up for less than 8 hard candies.
All right,
baby.
sir, you drive a hard bargain, sir.
I drive a hard candies. Fueled car. My car runs on hard candies.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm a genius when it comes to automotive machinery.
For you to leave this wedding,
I'm not going to leave.
7 hard candies and the 3 Musketeers bar I was saving for later.
Oh, shit.
And you better accept, because my counteroffer is a boot up your ass. If you do not...
God. Does that boot up the ass the American way?
Also, do you need help? You seem disoriented and confused. I know this church normally acts as a shelter during the week. And there is...
Is this not Hurricane Katrina?
No, I mean, Hurricane Katrina is going on outside.
Oh.
But Mikey, my best friend in the whole world, wanted to get a hold of those delicious hurricane rates.
Mikey? What's he talking? Mikey? Look, Mikey.
He has a big plan where he's going to tell his bride-to-be that she is the wind beneath his wings.
Ooh.
And
now I cannot. Listen, while there is a hurricane going on outside, I cannot pass up a metaphor like that. I apologize. Please give me the 7 hard candies and the 3 musketeers. But only if I somehow smush the hard candies into the 3 musketeers. Because that's a very adhesive candy bar. I would like to vomit, is what I'm saying.
I'd like to see if I can push that lump in the side of your head back in, see what happens.
Listen, this lump...
It seemed to make your voice better.
This lump is cosmetic, all right? I had it taken off when I was a baby, and then none of my helmets fit, so I got to put back on. I had a lot of say-so in my medical proceedings when I was a child. And
I gotta say,
I'm tired.
Tell me about it. I've been standing at this door for 6 hours. But you're in luck, sir, because coming up at the reception, not only do we have a beautiful night of drinking and dancing ahead of us, but there's also the friend of the groom and Scrabble-jawed streetwalker dance.
Ooh!
And I think I know what. Just the deviant I want to slip my arms around.
It's a date. It was very good.
That was a good scene.
That was a very good scene.
I have to say that harkens back to my improv days.
You're an improv-man?
Yeah, clearly.
Really, let me...
That's the name of my second album, by the way. Clearly, we've reached an impasse.
Clearly, we've reached... It's called 3 Musketeers.
It's just an hour of me trying to hook up the sound equipment. People coming by. When does this start?
Oh, you got, like... Can, like, anyone go up?
Yeah, it's an open mic album.
Man, there's a guy who did that in Minneapolis. He did crowd work at open mics and released an album of it.
That'd be a good YouTube smash cut.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I love a YouTube smash cut.
I had this idea at 1 a.m. at a bar the other week.
Where all good ideas are founded.
It's just, the show is, can you do an hour? You just try to do an hour.
I would love to.
And you probably want to tie it to raising money for something. Otherwise, why would anyone ever watch?
Crazy, yeah.
But you just start talking, and then the second you start lagging, you gotta start feeding. You gotta start feeding them jokes.
Yeah, I would love that. Can I do
Mike,
that?
I want to redo.
Can I do that?
I want to redo my my bachelor party idea.
What do you got?
It's at a bar where there's not much business on a certain day of the week.
Which day?
Probably like a Tuesday, Thursday, and then maybe you just put like a bachelor party list out.
Okay,
and then you just write your name down if you want. Anybody can come, and
okay,
and then you just kind of go talk about yourself.
I hate that idea so much. I'm breaking up with Mallory.
Well,
okay.
Finally, my wedge has split the log.
The fulcrum. That was fantastic. Are
we all done?
We are. We have but one. We have but 3 seconds. 2 very short ones.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, we have of course, the ASMR minute. So
I think I know just what I'm going to do.
What?
Oh, we're going to do that right now?
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
Sorry, hold on.
What do you got? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's some tingles.
That's me grinding my teeth.
David has loose, stringy teeth somehow. It's very weird.
They call them sweet corn teeth.
And then, of course, you heard it a little bit earlier, but I have to do my weekly Bane impression. Hey, y'all, I'm Bane. Fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Thank you so much. David, you've done well so far. I'm really proud of you. Really proud of what we've accomplished here, which I think was nothing. I don't think we accomplished anything.
I can't wait to, again, listen back and write an X on a loose piece of paper every time I am disappointed with my response.
Good call. But here's the point in the show where I think you're going to shine.
All right.
I think you're going to really be able to knock this out of the park and onto Waveland Street.
Waveland Boulevard.
Waveland Avenue.
Sure.
The street you know what I'm talking about.
Outside the ball yard.
Outside the ball yard. You're going to knock this right onto 94 because we're playing this game on the fucking south side.
That'd be a foul ball behind home plate, probably, if you're
No, maybe. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I'll look it up.
Who cares? Well, right now I would like to, for you, David Phillips, Esquire, Roastmaster, Surgeon General, to do my bachelor party speech. We're going to bring in Greg, our world-renowned Foleyman, to bring us in. Greg, would you come in? Hey, how's it going? Greg, this crosstalk, I don't like it. You just come in here and do the fucking thing. Oh, sorry. Okay, so here we go. Greg, I'll start us off. And as I hit the thing, and as soon as that's done, you just go right in your speech. You just pretend like you're up there in a big thing.
Well, it's been quite the day.
I didn't do the thing. I didn't do the thing.
Well, it's been quite the day. A lot of people said this day would never come. I certainly said it 3 times today alone. But our little boy, Mike, and presumably his current girlfriend, let's just call her Player B in this scenario. Well, they're hitching their wagon. I can't think of 2 more wonderful people to share the rest of their life together. Now, when I first met Mike, he was a fat, sweaty, just goofball. And today, he's a fatter, sweaty goofball. Come on, now we're having a good time.
Yeah, all right.
But
he's in our family, but we say mean things about him. All right, yeah.
And I just want to say, I think it's probably a good idea. This is good. This just shows Mike's intelligence here to set all of his comedy friends. Like they have barriers at like rock concerts, like down the middle of the floor. We got the comics over here, and people of means and a positive future on the other side.
There's so many well-to-do people of means at this point.
Well, and I've clearly eaten all the free food and liquor that my sponsor allows me. That's right. I got a wedding exemption for tonight's affair. Apparently, you hit a kid in your 30s and you're not allowed to go whole hog at your best friend's wedding anymore. But a little paperwork's not too much for me and Mike, and just share a wonderful night together. So could we all just pick up our dented license plates that we ripped off the cars from the parking lot across the street and bang the wooden spoons we stole from the kitchen in this wonderful facility? And if that doesn't send a signal to these 2 young lovebirds to share a wet, sloppy Labrador kiss here in front of everyone they know and love, I don't know what will. So let's just get a clang, clang, clang and a lick, slurp, lip to the wettest mouth couple I know, Bobby Joe and Sloppy Joe, the Sandwich Brothers. Well, anyway, if any of these bridesmaids want to get down later, I will. I'll be looking for a ride home later. Probably, honestly, I don't think I've ever been this far from home before. It's cold outside. Most nights are. So that sun comes up, and well, what's that? Just another new beginning. Well, you know it's going down one more time. Oh, boy. Well, at this point, I'm presuming I'm in my 40s to 50s, and you know what they say about your 60s? Nothing but second chances there. So let's put a bow tie on this and make it dance like we did all those years ago when I first saw myself as maybe having a wife someday, but well, those days are gone, aren't they? Woofer, take it away. Woofer is the DJ. Mike, who's a dog DJ.
But it's still a band. They're like a Limp Bizkit thing where it's like a rap rock.
It's a play off a subwoofer. They got a lot of bass.
Yeah, they got a lot of bass. They actually have 3 bass players.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Well, that ran out of steam.
Listen, but you're one of those guys where when it runs out of steam, that's when it starts getting
get real high on the fumes.
Real high on the fumes, exactly. Phillips, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Michael.
I appreciate it. In the case of David Phillips verse being my groomsman, I must rule in favor of no, you can't do it. Get back on the bus. You stole too many license plates. in that bit. I don't want to have to. A lot of prisoners worked very hard on those license plates, and I can't have you.
They get the right metal in them. You can turn them in for money.
I tell you what, you're back in.
All right,
you're in. I'm telling you what, you're back out. You're bus trash. You're damaged goods. Yeah, you liked it when those little kids said build the wall, and we don't appreciate that here. We're a very left-leaning podcast.
One kid left a pile of change in my tip bucket as he left. It was
a pile of change.
Pile.
That's amazing. A pile. What? Like, was it all change?
Yeah.
Every time I get a pile of change, there's at least one button in there, and I don't like it.
You told me to give him a call when I guess. When I want to make some real money.
And that man, Rahm Emanuel Jr.
That's right.
David, where can they find you on the internet? You got any shows coming up? This drops December 5th.
December 5th. What day is that?
Wednesday.
Be first Fridays of the month at North Bar.
See you on Friday.
David Phillips on Twitter and Burns maybe.
Roast Aaron, the producer, real quick. Just do a quick roast. Just really quick. Just roast him.
You look like Mountain Dew went to grad school.
Yeah! Got his ass. My name is Mike O'Keefe. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher or Spotify or on your Victrola at the Mike O'Keefe on all the social medias. Thank you guys so much. This has been very fun so far, and I appreciate all the positive feedback, and I would like to hear more of the positive feedback. And if you guys have negative feedback, it's a free show, and I don't care. Gman Tavern every Monday. And this weekend, the weekend of this drops, I'm at the Wisconsin Dells Comedy Club in the Wisconsin Dells. If you're up there, it's probably because you like going in the off season like I do. And let's go play some fucking laser tag, baby. Pew, 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 pew. For David Phillips, for Aaron at Jazz Fuzz, I was Mike O'Keefe. Till death do us fart.